Welcome back to our story of Vampire the Masquerade, New Orleans by Night. This is chapter 8 of our tale, moving right along. Adam will not be joining us this week. He is on vacation, but it was a dramatically appropriate moment to have Andre working on something else, and rest assured we will talk about what that something else is when he is back. But for now, we are going to go through and give a synopsis on what happened last week. Dee, if you don't mind filling us in, since Adam's out, you're on the chopping block.
Okay, so everybody was in their respective havens. Iris did a premonition, saw what was going to go down with the Sabbat and Vicenta. She and Erasmus came over to give heads up to Vicenta. Meanwhile, Vicenta and Ig were talking, and then they got a call from Roger, who was like, hey, be here, but not be seen in about 30 minutes. And then Andre had went to go get a bite to eat on Amber.
Yes.
And he found out that Amber apparently has been using a fake ID, which he's only 24, so that wasn't...
It's not much try. It was just a little...
To us, it was like, but then we're like, oh.
Yeah, the character's way younger.
Yeah.
So.
No, it was to make him go, and it worked. So.
So he had to kind of slink in the shadows and avoid her parents, but, took care of that. Then everybody met up and headed over to the Garden Gate. Is it Garden Gate?
Garden Gate, yes.
Yes. Vicenta and Roger went in. Roger was cloaked. Erasmus gave walkie-talkies too.
Mm-hmm.
So she gave Roger the walkie-talkie so he could just flip it on if there was any kind of issue.
Yes.
So they go in, and Dinosaur Dude is like, oh, you're back. And then it's like, oh, I also know you're a fucking wraith because Ella Messina fucking told me. And I have all your shit. Great. And by the way, I see Roger over here in the corner. So, kill him and we'll get down to business. So appropriately, Roger, flips the switch.
Right.
Which causes Erasmus to detonate a bomb that he had placed when he didn't really fake a panic attack. He had a legit panic attack.
But he was panicking because he wasn't able to do his plan.
Right. Mm-hmm. And he lied about why he was panicking, which pissed Iris off. So she's like jumping on his back and like hitting him, and they're having like a slap fight. Meanwhile, Andre grabbed Ig and like Superman jumped onto the building, and they worked their way in from the top down. Thin Bloods that Vicenta was like, oh, let them live. They're actually fully aware of the Sabbat. They're working for the Sabbat, so her bad on that one. That was a bad call. She will write an apology note to Andre later. And when Iris went into the building, because Erasmus ran in, he was cloaked. Iris went in, attacked the umbilical cord lady. And then the Thin Bloods ran into Iris, and she's like, hey, pull that bitch back in by her umbilical cord. And they're like, you're Sabbat? And she's like, I told you to do it. So they're confused, and they're like, okay. And then Vicenta frenzied and was trying to stab the Dinosaur Dude, not very effectively. Roger shot at him, which was way more effective. Ig and Andre fought their way down, and then Erasmus showed up and made all the creepy people go wait in the basement.
Yes.
And then Andre went in, killed Dinosaur Dude, ripped his heart out. Vicenta and Iris are like grabbing her books and like shoving them in pockets and all that. And they get all that. And then everybody cloaks and leaves. They get home and Iris kicks Erasmus out. She's like, take your shit and go. You don't live here anymore. And he's like, fine, I'll go stay in the cemetery. And Vicenta's like, well, you can stay with us. And he's like, no. And in the back of her mind, she's like, that's probably for the best, but I was going to offer.
Being polite.
Yes, being polite. Ella Messina did at least teach me manners. And then Andre was like, I'm going to help you, Roger, with this Masquerade breach and these Thin Bloods. And Vincent's like, hey, before you go, according to Ella Messina, the police are not under your control like you think they are. And Roger's like, well, you're full of crap. And she's like, well, here, look at this. And he's like, oh shit, we're fucked. I'll see what I can do. So they go off to like handle that kind of shit. And then on the news, you see they're bringing in the tarped box with the thing that I'm not even going to try to pronounce because I can't do it.
Vozad or Vozed. I can't remember, but it's one of those.
Yeah.
Which was rumored to be there. And
yeah.
You just,
we
y'all
haven't
saw Big
seen
Bot.
it,
You haven't seen it, but.
Putting 2 and 2 and 2 together, we think the
Right.
Second Inquisition.
Right. None of y'all watched the news, so you didn't see this happen.
I did not watch
This was player knowledge given, not character.
Oh, okay. So we don't know what the fuck's happening.
Right. Right.
Oh, and Ig is OG Ig as well, which y'all don't know about, but
And I guess neither does he at this point.
no, he didn't. Nah, only Vicenta knows that, and Monica.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, we
But she
will.
knows what's up
Dee made a wonderful set of notes based on our Merchants of Venice story that we did a while back, and very soon I'm going to record a synopsis of the events that happened there and put those out. So be looking for that. It'll make things make a lot more sense. In hindsight, we probably should have done this before we started the story, but it'll at least make things a bit clearer as to what we're talking about. I know you, dear listener, have probably been left in the dark on a few things.
But this is for us, not you. Just kidding.
Well, it's for you now too, and we appreciate you listening. But so we wanted to give you that just because the quality really isn't there because we were at the time we were right in the middle of COVID, so we were all talking into gaming headsets, and all that, and it's
not public quality.
We're not sitting at our NPR table that we have now, and doing with professional recording equipment. So we definitely wanted to go back and give you the insight on that, but maybe that way you don't have to listen to 20 games worth of information. So Dee has done that work for us, and we thank her.
Thank you.
Well,
thank you, Dee.
I think that's a pretty good synopsis. I think that covers all our bases. Is there anything we're leaving out?
I don't think so. I think we hit all the
I
major
believe so
points.
as well. So let's start our story tonight with the second broadcast. There's no way you would have caught, and that was on Eyewitness Morning News on Channel 4. It's an innocuous enough interview. It's, one of those morning feel-good pieces. An interview with Robert Carter, the chief of police of the New Orleans Police Department. And the discussion was being taken about damage to underground services that may not have been repaired since Katrina and, are showing their ugly head today. And then, talking about the tragedy that befell the Garden Gate apartment with a total loss of life. It's something that is even being talked about making the national news at this point, where over 100 people have died in the apartment complex.
Oh, God.
We're in so much trouble.
Not me. I kicked that asshole out of my house.
There's nothing mentioned of macabre scene or horror or anything.
Yeah.
The news has been fed information, it looks like, that the news would be expected to be given by any sort of cover-up, whether human, kindred, or otherwise. And it seems that the police chief is going along with that as well in this broadcast, which we will say Winston saw.
Oh, good.
But so this information will get relayed to Andre later, but it's not information you have at the moment. In that broadcast, he talked about that in light of the recent tragedy, that mailers are going to be going out that the New Orleans PD and fire department are sending out about awareness of gas leaks and what to look for, what to smell for. And also going to be working with the New Orleans Special Task Force and Emergency Response and Training Unit to go around and inform people in the community as well as check for possible leaks.
Great.
God, I hope we're all electric.
So there will be workshops that and get on gas safety in the lower Ninth Ward and the Bywater District especially, since
my God.
those areas seem to be the most at risk, according to the police chief.
Shit. Okay. I hope I get a mailer before somebody coming by.
Well, you actually do get a mailer. as you
Today?
rouse from your slumber, your hunger increases by 1.
I start bleeding from my hands and my forehead. I have the stigmata.
Are
I'm
you
at
at hunger 4?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm at hunger 3.
You're both in kind of the danger zone. Monica more so than you.
Mm-hmm.
Iris especially.
Time to put on some knit red gloves
Okay.
and a hat.
You do have mail sitting in your floor. Mail slot, it's been pushed to the mail slot.
I probably kick it out of the way and go to eat. This is a bigger priority.
Okay. So you head out about town. Is there anything in particular you're looking for? What's your predator type?
Osiris.
You-
But I don't want a repeat of the last person who came to my shop when I was this hungry. So I'm going to forgo that. Or maybe hope somebody recognizes me, but I doubt it.
Do you have unspent willpower?
Yes.
Okay. Have either of you met your ambition or desire?
I mean, no, I did not because I was fucking betrayed last time. So no.
Can I see your D100?
What?
Your set of D. Your,
Oh.
yeah. I know you have a couple over there.
Here you go.
Thank you. All right. So you're heading out. You heading to the rack?
Yeah, I want somebody drunk. I would like to be drunk.
Okay.
I have, what is that? High functioning addict.
Yes. I need you to give me, in that case, wits plus investigation. You're in the French Quarter, but it's also a weekday night, so you're having to look while relatively easy.
That's good. 2 regular onks and an onk with fangs.
Okay, so not a messy critical or anything. But so you do see a guy, looks like he's in a business suit, and he's sitting at the bar, and he's complaining about, I gave them the best years of my life, and they're just going to throw me away like this.
Oh, man.
I can't believe that I just was so, he's
That's capitalism for you, huh?
and he kind of turns and looks, yeah.
It's bullshit. You trust?
I was in line to be VP. I know I was.
You trust the people who are supposed to be above you?
Yeah.
You help them out, help them reach their dreams, but they're just stringing you along.
Right.
Well,
Well, here's to that. Hey, get her one.
Oh, no, thank you.
No? All right, well.
Maybe in a bit.
Okay. Well, more for me then.
There you go.
I gotta get home in a little bit. The wife's gonna be expecting me. Oh, God, what am I gonna tell her?
This is bullshit. They should make them tell your wife.
Right?
So they put the emotional labor on you as well and make you feel like the bad guy?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's just a shitty system we live in. We can't get out of it, though.
No. What else?
You gotta
can we
work.
do? Yeah.
What can you do, right?
Yeah.
Guess I'm starting all over again at 46. That's going to be great. I'm sure the hot prospects are out there, right?
What do you do?
I'm a coder. I mean, I know there's jobs, but I started with this company when it was little, back in the 90s, late 90s, .com boom.
What's the name of Andre's business?
I cannot. It's in my notes. I can't remember right now, but it is a real estate company. It is not a. Yeah, it is not a. Dee's looking it up. She's got notes. Dee, when you find it, just let us know.
Mm-hmm.
But
They need coders, right? Maybe.
possibly, yeah.
I would probably not even know what the fuck it is, but I would probably be like, hey, I know a guy.
It's something financial services.
Yeah. I know a guy who's the son of the CEO. He's moving on up. Maybe I can put in a good word for you.
You do that?
I mean,
Performance Trust Capital Partnership.
Capital.
yeah, it's at Performance Trust Capital Partnership.
Thank you, Dee.
There's no way Iris would remember that. But I mean, us on the low side, on the bottom, we gotta look out for each other.
Thanks.
Why don't I come on out and we'll get you a cab or Uber or whatever. You can go home, tell your wife.
My name's John, by the way.
Oh yeah, I would need your name, wouldn't I? Do you have a business card, John?
No, but he grabs a bar napkin and he's taking a, and it's like, he can't hardly write his name. You can maybe read the number, but probably not. And,
Okay.
He's like, here you go.
Thank you. All right, I'll see what I can do. No guarantees, but I mean, I gotta do something to help out the working man.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I do.
All right, let's get you home. She's trying to usher him out
And he's
so
like
her
trying to
blood
get
does
his
not come
Uber
out.
app open, Yeah. Oh, it is. It's on your hands, right?
Yeah, I've got hands. I think maybe feet, but those will be covered, and I
Right.
know it's on my forehead as well.
Yeah, and you're wearing like black knit gloves. So,
yeah, or light red or something.
Right,
yeah.
to cover.
And
Usually,
a beanie.
Black is actually the best at covering blood. So.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Stigmata. At Hunger 4, I start bleeding from open wounds on my hands, feet, and forehead.
So,
I'm probably wearing boots or something.
like a knit hat or something.
Yeah, a beanie.
Yeah.
I'm like
Like a
okay, kind of
beret
feels
type
like
thing.
it is soaking up,
And
so
on
we need
that
to hurry
note,
up, John.
I'm gonna.
Oh, shit.
No, he's oblivious.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, he is pretty wasted.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah. So, yeah, you're taking him out. It's it's well dark at this point. About 9:00 at night.
Is there an alley, sort of?
There are people walking around. You could maybe make to an alley. I'll need you to give me manipulation plus streetwise. Weird combo, I know, but it makes sense.
Could I do a willpower?
Not on those dice.
Oh, shit, you're right. Okay, one success.
So you're looking around and you're like, well, okay, yeah, we can go wait for it over here. He's like, oh, there's an alley. I don't know. It's kind of sketch, and he doesn't look like he's really into going down there, but you're like, no, we need to wait for the Uber. He's like, I don't know. But give me a willpower check.
How do I do that? Just roll 3 dice because I have 3 willpower?
Correct.
Okay. Do they have to be red or black?
Just black in this time.
Okay. 1 regular and 1 with stars.
Okay, so you do manage to keep it under control, but your beast was like yelling at you just to drag him down there. And he's like,
I don't want to compel, but I'm scared that's going to make me rouse. Cost free.
"Well, you're fine."
Okay.
Yeah.
Charisma plus dominate versus intelligence plus resolve.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to compel. Might as well. Oh, fuck. Weak. Ooh, 3 successes.
No messy either. So yeah, you're like, come here.
Get in here.
Yeah, or come.
Yes.
And he walks down there behind a trash can, and
I bite him.
you bite him. All right. So now, you do have to make a frenzy check.
Oh, shit.
And that's a hunger frenzy.
How do I do that?
So you're going to roll resolve
Oh.
plus I think it's I'm going to give you, I can't remember what the pool is right now. And I don't want to take too much time. So let's just do willpower plus resolve.
Okay.
Because those are 2 things that you would be like doing everything you can
Mhm.
not to.
That's fair. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I got 2 skulls.
You sure did. You got a bestial failure.
Oh, fuck me! Am I eating another guy?
You're gonna have to the Bernie, the whatever it's weekend at Bernie's him to the freaking mortuary.
To the Uber!
Or throw him in the trash can.
Yeah.
Or leave him there and run for it. Obfuscate and get out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just witnesses of the bar is the only thing that I would be.
Right.
So I'm 0 hunger now, right?
You are. But you drain this guy dry and
Oh,
you
I'm
are
wasted.
very drunk.
Oh, shit.
Very.
Oh, my God. Okay.
You'll have a -2 penalty to everything you do for the next 4 hours.
A -2, you said?
Yes.
Okay. So Unseen Passage does cost a rouse check, but, I
You gotta still make this.
One.
Could you unseen passage with him to take the body with you?
She does not have the ability to do that yet. She doesn't have Cloak the Gathering.
I have to leave him. I can't even risk putting him in the thing.
Blocking him in front of you.
I'm a normal businessman named John, and I code.
Blood all running down his neck and pale as a ghost. Yeah.
Okay. Costs none or wits plus resolve. Wits plus stealth versus resolve plus awareness if you draw attention to yourself, or wits plus obfuscate if counter with aspect. So it should be none. Unless I'm drawing attention to myself.
You are in a very busy area and you're drunk.
Shit, okay.
You're going to have to make the roll.
Wits plus stealth.
-2.
Okay.
You have no red dice.
I have one because this costs one.
You just do a rouse check.
You would do a rouse check and see if you do or don't.
Oh, that's right. I thought you...
You do.
Okay. Wits plus, stealth. Versus resolve plus awareness for people looking at me.
Okay.
3 successes, one of the things.
That is enough.
I'm just fucking Naruto run out of there.
You mask yourself.
Invisible.
You lick the wound. You are getting drunk but conscious enough, at least after the beast gets its fill, and says, "Thank you, another."
Oh, God.
You're so good at this. So good at killing.
Thanks.
Anyone you talk to that gets in your path, you just murder them if they're human. If they talk to you, you're just a representative of death.
That first one was a thin blood.
Yes, but you thought he was human. And fed and killed. So good of you. You're just like Erasmus. All right.
That's uncalled for. All right, she Naruto runs drunkenly back home.
Well, you do think to lick the wound, so it looks like this man has died of something, blood loss most likely, but it is in a very public area that you leave this body.
Yeah. I gotta get the fuck
Is this in the
outta
fridge
here.
quarter, though?
Yes.
Well, what? Going home? Nothing I
Okay.
can do.
All right, so you drunkenly stumble home, make your way onto a trolley car, and, hide in the corner as best as you can. I'm not going to make you make all the rolls for it.
Thank you.
You've already had a bad enough night.
Yep.
And you stumble drunkenly into your building and through the back and, turn the lights on.
I slumped down in a chair, completely forgetting the mail.
Okay. Meanwhile,
Are there any dead bodies?
we're going to have you roll for luck.
Okay.
So I'm just going to roll 5 dice. Tell me how many you get total. Color doesn't matter. It can just be black dice for that matter. It's not a stat, but we're just going to see if it...
I wonder if people are gonna get
Can I
suspicious.
do willpower?
Oh.
No. There are no
not
dead
a
bodies.
Oh no. Are there any dogs or cats I can send Egg to get? Or rats or anything? I really do not want to go.
Now that there is an abundance of.
Rats?
Yes. It's not a great part of town,
I'll do my best to catch
but
them.
it's still higher than the lower Ninth Ward when a rainy day like tonight, rain starts hitting.
I
and
will
they
be
find out
trying
that-
to catch some rats.
Yep.
'Cause-
He says, give me a little bit. I'll
go with him to catch rats.
He was like, no. If you're doing that, you need to stay here. We don't need a repeat.
A repeat?
Did you tell him about the homeless person?
Uh-uh.
Okay, well then he doesn't say that.
Oh,
I was like,
yeah.
was he stalking
Yeah.
me?
No. Then he says, we just don't need, if you're that hungry where you need rats, we don't need to. I'm not, is what I'm getting at.
Oh, okay.
And he gets a cage from the back and, a bunch of cheese. And
So he's gone about it the smart way, which is not what I was going to be doing. She's just going to be down there trying
Running
to
after
just-
them
running after them down the street.
with your scythe.
He's like, God, stay home.
Before he heads out, though,
Mhm.
he says, before you got up, I didn't look at it, but I unlocked that box for you. I picked the lock. But I didn't open it.
Are you okay? Nothing happened, did it? Like nothing came out or any?
No. Oh, I didn't think about that. No shit. No, nothing happened.
Can I tell if he's lying?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can roll for that.
It's not that I think he would be dishonest. It's just
Sure.
if something took over him.
Right. No.
that's true.
Wits plus awareness.
Okay. What's... Sorry.
No, you're fine.
2 successes.
Okay. As far as you can tell, no, he's being straight with you.
Okay.
Yeah. And says, give me a couple hours. I'll see what I can do for us.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Be careful.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, we'll stay around the neighborhood, just trying to tell people we have a problem. We're trying to get rid of them. That and have a pet snake or something. So.
I don't really know what else to...
He heads out.
I guess I am gonna... Can I do a occult check on the box?
Yes.
Okay.
Intelligence plus occult.
Okay. Intelligence. One, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 successes and 2 skulls.
4 successes and 2 skulls.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not a failure. It's not a bestial failure or anything like that. So you're fine.
Okay.
And they don't take away from your successes.
Okay.
So, yeah, you can tell this was forged in the mysterious land of the Hobby Lobby. This is not a special box. The lock on it, it had a padlock at one point. It was probably deliberately just an innocuous looking keepsake box.
Okay.
It does have a little placard on it that says Vicenta. But that's it.
I don't have the auspex that lets me see. I really hope nothing jumped out and got him from picking that damn box.
It was the Hobby Lobby spirits.
I mean, but if it was an inocuous... I mean...
Yeah.
She left it with Metatron and a Hobby Lobby box.
I think if the box has not been remade out of flesh, you're probably good.
Yeah, probably.
You probably
It's a fair
wasn't that
assumption.
interested.
It's not like this thing was shatterproof, but it was designed to where if someone really wanted to get into it, they could. If the key couldn't be recovered or something like that.
Which is probably
there's
what
a reason
he
it's
had.
not like an iron lock box or something.
Okay. Okay, I guess I'll open it.
Okay. It's to keep an honest person honest.
Mm-hmm.
That type of thing. Inside, you find the following. And this is it. Nothing more.
Ooh, a handout.
Fuck you, Vicenta. Okay.
It is a handwritten letter. In a handwriting you recognize. And if you want to read it out loud, you can.
Okay. It says, "My child."
Oh!
This was made on the 13th of October in 1977. So well before she died.
Mm-hmm.
"My child, I must admit that I know not what the bargains I have made bring for me, but I sincerely hope that they bring you everything that I could not. For 800 years, I have carried the burden of not being able to bring your beloved husband back to you. I feared him lost to oblivion, just as I fear that I have lost you to the same damnation now. Should you return and find this letter amongst my effects, know that I did what I did out of a desire to return the life you had taken away from you all those years ago. It was never my intention for the damnable Tremere, that's my mama, to take your love away from you. I know you wouldn't believe this of me, but I have felt that same pain in my time, and the hurt I felt, I know, could only be a fraction of what you went through after our discovery at Negroponte. So, now I must trade one soul for another. Oh shit, El Messina. It is a trade that I happily make, my dear child. For you see, Ignacio shall be brought back to you. Through impossible odds and a great deal of bargaining, I have secured the whereabouts of his spirit and have arranged for it to be placed in the body of a young mortal Giovanni. I must admit, it is not for entirely altruistic reasons that I do this. Honestly, I hope that learning of this will bring you back to me. I have informed the one you know as
Payacho.
Thank you. Because it looks way different. To let you know of our success and to try and bring you back from Enoch. But if you are reading this letter, then I suppose he was not able to find you. I know of the plans you work on, and I am happy that you help with the cause, but I also know that one day, when your heart has grown tired of revenge, you will ask what is left for me. I must admit that I cannot answer that question for myself, and that realization has led me to the choice I have made. While I cannot find my answer, I can give you yours. Promises have been made and plans put into place to ensure that young Ignacio Giovanni will be sired by you when the time is right. You can finally be with your love forever. My dear Vicenta, I wish that I had been able to see you one last time, but if I have learned anything in these last 800 years, it is that the fates can be cruel. Hopefully you have found your love and he has remembered himself. I wish you the best in your unlife and for you to be able to hold on to happiness once again. One day, when Clan Giovanni has been destroyed, you will need something to live for. My child, live for this. Live for him. Yours, Ella Messina. And now she has absolutely just got tears. Oh man, because she made one hell of a bargain.
What? Is she implying she gave her soul?
Yes.
Is that why she went crazy, do we think?
That's what Vicenta's gleaning from this, whether that is the case entirely or not.
Yeah, because in 1900 whatever, when we played Wraith, she was getting a little crazy. This was in 1970. She may have been, I don't know if this was a moment of clarity or if that was an act.
Like she the last episode, because everybody's like, oh, she's so crazy in Wraith. Mm-hmm. And Vicenta's like, maybe I'm nuts because she don't seem that crazy to me. But at the very end, she did make a really disturbing statement about you stand before you one that would be like a god. And she did that in front of Cassandra. And then Vicenta kind of just let it go because she's like, you just Diablo Maldo. I ain't saying shit right now. So there were echoes of it. And I know Vicenta's probably been going over stuff in her mind going, how could I have missed and ignored such things that it got to this point? But this does seem very, very, very lucid.
It's just laying on the floor.
Is that mine?
It's just laying on the floor in your arms. Ooh. But you're too messed up to mess with it, you said.
Well, let's finish this scene and see if I notice it. You can't just throw that in front of me.
But now she knows what happened. She knows
how Ig is back.
Yeah.
We don't know the specifics, though.
No, she does not know the specifics. And she's kind of like, why wasn't I able to be reached in Enoch? What happened there?
Did someone even try?
Payacho or whoever you said?
Payacho did seem a little tinge of bitter that he had to be the one to take one for the team, if I recall.
I don't remember who that is.
He was the creepy ass clown in the train car that Vicenta
yeah.
met that was like, yeah, there's lots of Cappadocians down here. And he had been a coterie mate of Ella Messina's around the time that the Giovanni started slaughtering the Cappadocians. And basically she worked out a deal with him that he took one for the team so that she and presumably Vicenta could survive. And he was the one that told Vicenta that she had been preserved. So.
Weird.
Yeah.
All accurate.
Which makes all that come back and it's like, that's still really weird. I still don't really.
You need a moment to process.
Yeah, let's go to Iris.
Cool.
Okay.
Can I pick this up?
If you want to, if you finally calm down and look at your mail.
Yeah. I mean, you put it in front of me.
Mostly bills.
If I got a physical handout, that means it's special.
There's something with no return address. An address to you.
Oh, some asshole wrote this. This must be Erasmus. It has my name on it, but wait, is this you saying this is a stamp, or is this whoever wrote this?
It's literally written that way.
This is Erasmus. It says, this is a stamp and then a big, possibly spiral scribble.
Now remember, the part of that ability is they can mask to make people ignore what should be there and look past.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Fine, I open it. Ooh, there's a note in here. This is fun. You made little hard copies. I thought I could give you a better world. I thought I could give you a better world than what I was forced into. I may have, but now I know I can't be in it. My life has always been lies and deception in order to survive, and I don't think I know any other way. Tell the prince it was my mistake last night. I will be too far away to punish when the bill comes due. I can take the heat for thin bloods too. I really would have loved to be the sire you wanted instead of the one you got. Aww. That's Monica saying, oh. Iris is like, you piece of shit. You just trying to manipulate me some more? I think Iris is like, okay, this was a mistake.
Well, you are drunk right now.
Oh.
So what are your drunk feelings going to be?
Probably sad. She'd probably be crying, but she's still angry at him, for sure. She's just crying about it now. Because she's thinking, this was a waste. He doesn't know any way to be different. And maybe I don't either. So that's why she's completely shifted. She wants to be independent again and be more like how she was in Vegas. And be like, I didn't need this. This was a mistake to spend all my time worrying and waiting and moving here. Because he's not equipped to be a sire. And he's not even equipped to fucking be in a coterie with me. Because I can't stand the lies. When I put him up on the pedestal, especially, which is my fault. But I cannot function with him fucking shit up like this. This was too major because she's always been she hasn't been much of a do extravagant things kind of person. Okay, yes, we did blow up that guy's house in Vegas, but that was not me. That was the other guy. And I regretted that.
That was a Tremere, actually.
Yeah, it was. It was that dog eating Tremere. So she is just like, that's not how I want to live my life. That's not the peace and quiet that I want. That's not going to lead me to my retirement. This was a mistake. This was a fool's errand. And now I know what he's like, and that's worse than not knowing. Because now I know all his flaws. And I have to think, do I have the same flaws?
But you're crying.
Oh yeah, she's like in a ball on the floor probably.
About 15, 20 minutes later, your store is closed at this point, I would imagine. It's probably not a good idea to be crying blood while customers walk in.
I mean, I was drunk.
And you came through the back. You came through the back door anyway. So I would
Okay,
imagine.
so I didn't turn everything on. Okay.
But you kind of see a shadow overcast looking through, the boards on the window. It's still
No,
bright.
I got the.
Oh, you got it
windows
fixed,
replaced.
right?
Yeah, Andre was quick about
And
that.
so looking through the window, I don't know if you look up or not.
I'll probably stop crying and then see if it goes away.
Yeah, it eventually leaves.
Well, how long?
A minute or two.
Oh, then I would look if it's still there.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I meant.
It's a silhouette of a guy holding a cage, and inside it, rats are moving around.
Oh, it's okay. Can I tell that's Ig?
Not really, because it's backlit. It's dark in your building, and the lights come from behind him.
I'll probably just be like, we're closed. I don't do readings on rats.
The daddy walks away. Comes back into, you hear the chime of your door bell, and he's back in the building, and sees you crying.
He's like, what are you talking
He
into?
goes, "What the fuck happened here?" Iris is over there bawling her eyes out too.
We're just having sire issues, okay?
Yeah, I have sire issues. You may be crying. Shouldn't say this, but you may be crying in a minute too, buddy. Everybody's having sire. Why is she crying? She
I don't know. Why are you? He goes to reach for it.
She lets him.
She lets him. Okay.
I mean,
The note? Yeah, why not?
I mean, she's been trying to tell him.
Yeah, and how do you explain all that? This
Yeah.
This does a lot towards doing that.
Yes. And she did say whatever he wanted to know. he mad?
You can't tell.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a lot.
He's real quiet. Did you know any of this?
No. No, I didn't know any.
But you participated.
In what?
Going along with their selection of me.
I didn't know. We couldn't have left Venice otherwise.
Here's your food. I'm going out.
Oh no! Why is he
And
pissy?
he turns around, kind of putting his hands through his hair. You can tell he's upset.
Don't be mad at her. Well, maybe he just needs to process.
It's a heavy thing.
It's a heavy thing.
And you've lived your whole life thinking you're one person, and you just read something saying you're not. And that you were chosen and handpicked, and that you had no say in any of this.
Yeah, and you're supposed to be married to this
Right.
person who you thought was somebody else.
Right. Imagine being fostered by someone, and all of a sudden they're said, "Oh yeah,
You're her long-dead husband.
from the moment you were born, you're reincarnated as her husband.
Yeah.
I've given you to her."
Okay, yeah, that's.
I mean,
pretty
she
fucked up.
understands.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
I know. I just don't want him to be mad at her. That's
No, I don't think
But I
so.
get it.
He's just left. You know, it seems like he believes you when you say that you didn't know.
yeah.
But, you know, he has definitely walked out of the building. And
Did he leave the rats?
inside are 3 rats, you know, like looking around, trying to get out of the cage.
I mean, she's gonna have to eat the rats.
Depression meal.
Yeah.
So you turn the cage up so they can't scamper out.
Yeah.
Reach your head down in and grab the first one. Eat. It's as gross as you remember. It's awful. The little dude squeaks, you know, fights back, bites at you.
But this one has eaten McDonald's fries recently. The ones on the ship never had, so they're a little fatter, a little greasier.
They're still street rats. You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not great.
Yeah.
But you do manage to slake 2 hunger with the 3 of them.
She's gonna clean herself up. She's gonna go check on Iris before she leaves. And this isn't anything that I've had written in the notes, but I think it, and you can tell me now this is not appropriate if you think so. But considering that Ella Messina left a lot of journals, I figure that would probably be something Vicenta had done too in her time. So she does get like 3 of her journals, and she leaves them with a note for Ig.
Okay.
To read in. Basically,
And you're talking about these are like 20th century
Yes.
writings and stuff. Okay.
basically what it is they're just, if you were to look at them, you would think this is just somebody's bad prose.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing is you did that before with your character.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not a big deal. So,
And so in it, she has chronicled, you know, about her time in Enoch. She has it chronicled about, you know, when she started observing Persephone and what led her to choose Persephone and take over that. Her integrating herself into that family, which as it goes through, you realize when she says that her and Persephone are indistinguishable, like that does become clear in the journals.
yeah, I got you.
And then it also chronicles, you know, when Marco took her over to Venice. And it chronicles all of that. Probably stopped right before the attack on the mausoleum and the Giovanni.
Okay.
Because she just would have got busy then and she wouldn't have picked up on it. But in it, it does chronicle, you know, meeting Ig and everything like that. And one of the things that, because there's multiple perspectives in it, because, you know, she's got a shadow and she's, you know, she's got her split psyche.
Right.
And one of the things that they taunt her about is the fact that she cares for Ig so much while Ignacio languishes in oblivion. So it's something for him to know, look, you were never a replacement or anything like that.
Sure.
You know, just to...
Well, while you're gathering those, you place them on the table and you realize you place them next to something else. There are other journals. that you grabbed in the panic to leave that Metatron pointed to and said were Ella Messina's. Something to keep in your back pocket as you go over to visit Iris.
I may grab a couple just in case there's a lull.
Okay.
So she's like cleaning herself, she cleans herself up quickly and then goes to check on Iris.
Okay. Knock on the back door. And you hear a knock at your back door?
I told you I don't do readings on rats.
My dear, may I come in?
Oh, yeah.
What's wrong? Ig said you were crying.
Ig saw me crying. God, that's so embarrassing. She shoves the letter in your direction, just on the floor.
Mm-hmm. May I read this?
Yeah. Also, I killed a guy.
Oh, dear. That seems rather more important.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
A little bit.
I never used to be like this.
There are cameras downtown. They probably saw your friends fucked.
You mean Iris is what she's saying?
Yeah.
Oh, dear God, there's camera. Where did you kill him downtown? There's cameras all downtown.
I was in the rack. Some bar. What bar were we in? I think you said a bar.
No, I just said a bar.
Oh. I was in some bar.
Would there be a lot of cameras around the rack, though?
There are in spots, but there are some of them that are deliberately broken and paid off to be broken.
Okay.
But you don't know where and what. And she's just saying a bar.
What? Where did you leave the body?
Behind a dumpster. I didn't mean to.
Oh.
I bet she licked the wound.
Did you at least lick the wound closed?
Yes, I did.
You're certain?
Yes. I'm drunk, but I know I did that.
Shit.
Why is this happening to me? It's the city. Why did I do this? I ruined my whole life coming here. And now I'm eating people like some kind of fucking child.
I mean, that is what we do.
But I used to be careful and considerate. And now it just goes. She takes off her blood-soaked beanie and mittens and throws them on the ground. Ugh.
She's paying attention to you, but she's reading the note.
Yeah. Iris is gonna get up and burn the bar napkin. Does the bar napkin have the name of the bar on it?
No, it's just a white bar now.
Okay, well I'm getting out a lighter and burning it in the sink.
Okay.
I told him I was gonna
Can
get him
I
a
do-
job
I
with
need you to do a
Andre.
willpower check, Monica, at -2.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit.
Oh, fire! My drunk ass. Why do I have this?
It comes back and everything's just burnt to the fucking ground.
got the
it is
pizza
the meme.
boxes.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
it is the community meme at that point.
Oh
It's like you
my
got upset and walked away, and this
God.
is what happened.
Mm-hmm.
2 successes.
You're all right, but
But I'm like, oh, why do I have
you're
that?
just like, oh, as soon as you light up.
Why do I have this? I've been set on fire before.
What? Can I do an intelligence check to see what we need to do about that body behind the dumpster?
Yeah. Give me
Because Vicenta's
intelligence
smart, I'm
plus streetwise.
not. Okay, this is just intelligence. 3 successes.
If the cameras weren't working
Mm-hmm.
and the body is picked up, the first initial thought is going to be to look for foul play.
Mm-hmm.
When there are no signs of it, it likely will be turned over to forensics because this is a, person that shouldn't have had a heart attack or anything like that, left to their own devices. From the journals who would be getting this body.
Right.
Oh, God.
As long as there's no evidence pointing her back to that, that's fine. But now that means the rack will be watched.
Oops.
I relayed that information even though she's drunk.
She's like, oh no, no, I shouldn't have stayed in Vegas.
Well, too late for mourning those kinds of thoughts, my dear. I'm trying to think of how we can get the body.
At this point, it's been well over an hour.
Uh-huh.
It's likely the body has been found.
Okay. So we're better off just not even going over there.
Right.
I'm wondering, should we give the prince a heads up or just let the prince...
I'm wondering that too, because if the rack is being watched and other vampires go there oblivious, that's gonna fuck some shit up.
You're right. I don't know what's gonna be less of a shit show.
Well, speaking of,
Uh-huh.
you can hear the landline in your building ringing faintly in the distance.
Come with me.
What?
Just come with me. Let's go.
I don't think have I been over here? Okay.
So I'm kind of leading her by the hand, and I'm trying to get the, and she gets it, and she legacy funeral.
Oh right, the body.
Yes, I'm trying to reach Persephone, Giovanni.
This is Persephone. To whom do I speak?
You speak to Antonio Calabashari?
Oh, Tony C.
I don't know. Do I know that name?
That's a good question.
I represent on behalf of Charity Toussaint.
Ah,
I'm a liaison for her.
what can I do for you?
She would like to meet with you tomorrow night. You and the rest of your party. Some information has been given to us, and we need to speak with all of you.
Uh-oh.
If you can return to the place that you have been before.
Yes. Would she like the general translations?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'll assume yes.
Is this a secure line?
Is it? I don't know.
You don't. Not at this point.
I'm not sure. Perhaps
Then we've said all we need to say.
you would...
Click.
Why would he say that much on the line? Anyway.
He left it cryptic.
Uh-huh.
Meet where we're supposed to. I represent this person. He gave no
Yes.
vampire
Yes.
stuff.
I know where he is, though, don't I? We know he's about a block away. We followed the car.
Well, you know that a car,
Mm-hmm.
and Adam, Andre told you about that.
But we
Yeah.
don't know the exact address.
Right. You don't know.
I thought we asked him the building.
You don't know. You know building. You don't know room number. You know it's an apartment complex that used to be a hotel.
Do you think that there's a lobby, though, where I can ask for Mr. Kalbushari? Or would
Possibly.
that be
There's
a
maybe
bad idea?
maybe a reception area, but it's not a, like I said, he said he's going to think about turning it back into a hotel,
Mm-hmm.
but that it's a work in progress.
Mm.
But this is a property he bought, not this
Yeah,
is
he
my
might
home.
not even be there.
I kind of want to see the property anyway
That's true.
and be nosy because I really don't have anything else to really do except stew in my feelings.
Yeah. Maybe this will be a welcome distraction for us.
And
Actually, I don't want to go out anymore. I killed a dude. I'm going back to my house. I'm drunk. It would be a very bad idea for me to go with you if you're gonna go.
come. And she makes you change into a different outfit. And it looks like they're not like, it's Vicenta, so they're not like crazy party outfits. But it's probably what she would consider a party outfit.
My goodness. This is something.
So it looks like the lady from Women and Women First with a
Gothic Lolita outfit on.
kind of, yeah. It looks like you stole it from your kid's closet because you were 30 something.
I'm like 35.
Yeah. Her parent age is 35, so yeah.
Yeah. And Vicenta's like, let's go look at this building.
What building? What are we doing?
With this Mr. Kalbushari.
Oh, is that who was on the phone?
Yes, he said that there was information and we needed to present ourselves tomorrow evening at Elysium.
Oh, so we're scoping out his building?
He did not say it was Elysium.
Oh, well.
It is an Elysium site.
At an Elysium site. He did not say it was an Elysium.
God.
So, I wonder. He was going to be willing to say more, but I'm not aware if this is a secure line or not. So it's not my forte.
Yeah, it's better to be safe than sorry.
Can I try to call Ig? He
Yeah.
might not answer, but...
Yeah. It rings, goes to voicemail. Do you want to leave a message?
Yes.
In the middle of you leaving a message, the phone starts to ring.
She clicks to see what it is.
It's him.
Okay. There may be trouble. I understand that there's a lot going through your mind, but you may need to get back.
Yeah, just walking around the block. I'll be there in a little bit.
It may
10
not-
minutes to get back.
Okay, we'll wait for you. It may not be safe otherwise.
Oh, okay.
So then she hangs up.
Okay.
And then she tells him we're going to wait for Ig.
Okay.
And she is getting a little antsy.
So,
She don't like the Tremere.
you eat rats?
Yes.
I wish I did tonight.
I imagine. My dear, why did you not bring the body to me?
I was wasted. And I can't. I'm not that strong and my... Oh, I have 2 dots, not 1. Whatever,
Yeah,
I still...
I think it's a dot 3 power. To actually
yeah,
do.
but I just rolled. But I still
fine.
made it. I looked at the wrong thing.
That's fine.
We really should come up with a system. These are not nights to leave bodies around.
I gotta say, it was a lot easier than having to clean up the damage in my shop. At least there's that.
Well,
Okay, so about 10 minutes passes, and sure enough, Ignacio's back. And, has kind of a look on his face, like he's here for it, but if he could be somewhere else, he would right now. Sees Iris there as well.
You like my outfit?
Loosens up a bit. He kind of smirks. Yeah.
Thanks.
You picked that out for yourself?
No.
Well, it works in New Orleans.
Yeah.
the Tremere called.
Who?
The Tremere that Mr. Ducard was.
Oh. Yeah. What about that? They already know, huh?
I'm not sure what they know. We have all been summoned to the brewery tomorrow evening.
Huh. I mean, I was expecting it at some point.
Maybe Andre and the Nosferatu already filled them in.
I'm hoping so.
And they just want to clear things up. But then I gotta tell them about the guy I killed, so.
The
The
what?
second guy. Yeah. Killed a guy tonight. I'm a menace. Maybe I should be put away. Because this is the second time in a few weeks. That's not normal. That's not a good thing. They're gonna fucking kill me, aren't they?
I don't know.
They may kill us all, depending on
Why would they kill you two?
Masquerade breach. Big enough.
Hey, that was all Erasmus's fault, and he said that he would take the blame
She
for
hands
that.
him the note that Erasmus.
But apparently he'll be gone. So who knows if he's telling the truth about any of that shit either.
I actually saw him with the suitcase walking in the distance while I was walking.
Where was he going? No, I don't care.
If you are asking the question, you obviously care.
Where was he going?
Towards the shipping yards.
Hmm.
The Middle East.
Oh.
Do you need a lift?
No. I'm not stopping him.
Maybe we should drive by and see if there's police around that body.
I don't want to go anywhere near it.
Driving by, not getting out.
Not getting out. We just need to see if there's a crime scene.
Let's take the funeral car.
Okay.
Because...
But it's branded.
And if your car was seen the other night...
Yeah, you got a point.
That's true. He
Okay.
wasn't cloaked.
Okay.
Yeah. And she goes and she grabs a trench coat because I'm sure she had party clothes because now we're completely changing. So she's trying to put on something a little bit more overcoaty respectable. And she has a couple of urns with her.
Okay.
So, as cover. So if anything gets stopped, we're going to spread ashes.
Okay. I see.
So I'm not in the Lolita outfit anymore? Or I am?
Oh, yeah, I probably need to bring you a coat too.
Yeah.
Or we can change again. I don't know.
I don't even know if you have another coat. Or, like, you wouldn't even have a branded coat.
I mean, there's tinted windows in that thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they're actually above the legal limit because they're allowed to.
Okay.
All
In
right.
that case,
We
yeah.
don't need it.
So you drive over there,
Mm-hmm.
and he's asking where'd you go? Do you remember the place?
I probably have a vague recollection.
Give me wits plus awareness. Don't forget to subtract 2 dice.
Oh, I keep forgetting.
I won't let you.
What am I doing? I only have 100. Oh, -2.
Mm-hmm.
The one with stars and teeth and a nothing.
You're just like, I think here, and you guys are looping around, and you're not sure where you're going. And you were so upset and drunk when you left, you don't really remember. You just remember coming down here. Regardless, you see no police presence. And you think you're in the general ballpark.
Are we in the French Quarter?
Mm-hmm. It's really hard to drive down here too, by the way. It would be
Okay.
better to
True.
park, but a lot of roads are one way at best. A lot of them are blocked to pedestrian traffic only too.
I'm gonna... Okay, I put Blush of Life on,
Okay.
and I'm going to walk
All right.
and see. And I tell them, meet me back, in a general location.
Okay.
Okay.
She gave me you gave me a vague description, right?
Probably of the bar.
It's just one of those bars that, has an outdoor. I mean, it's indoor / outdoor. It's right next to the street level, so people can just walk in and belly up to the bar. Big open doors, so
Okay.
it's that kind of atmosphere. It's pretty much on the street, but not that type of thing.
So pretty much every bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That narrows it down by about maybe 20%.
Okay. But there's an alleyway directly across from it,
Not right next to it.
right next to it. Does that narrow it down anymore?
A little. You can give me wits plus awareness
Okay.
as you're looking around.
One.
You want a willpower any?
I only got one. Or actually, I said my thing was to come clean with Ig. I kind of did, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay.
By showing him that letter, I would say so.
Okay. So in that case, I'm not going to erase it and remark it.
You're just
but-
going to spend it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, still just
Still
one.
You're not sure.
Yeah.
But, there's no signs of police.
Yeah, there would be crowds gathering if there was any kind of police tape anywhere.
Okay. So,
But in the distance,
mm-hmm.
you do see that there are a couple people gathering around an alley and talking.
Can I head that direction?
And they're drunk, and you're like, think we should touch it?
Oh.
Or call? We definitely need a call.
What are you looking at?
There's a guy down there. He's not moving. He's been down there a while. We thought he was drunk asleep in the alley, but I think he's dead.
I work in the death industry. Let me go check.
The death industry?
I'm a funeral director.
Oh, okay. All right.
Give
me charisma plus etiquette.
Okay. Fuck. I got a bestial failure.
Oh.
They're asking you questions, but you're like, I'm the authority. You know, how dare they? And just push right past them, you know, and you start to study the body. And you start to study and move the neck and look for, you know, signs of what happened, and are looking really close, and, you know, like they're kind of like, should we call somebody? She shouldn't be putting her hands all over that guy, you know. Yeah, we need to call.
Oh god.
Can I lie to him?
But you can barely make this out.
Oh,
But
shit.
yeah, they're at the end of the alley, you know, and you're too focused to really take in what they're saying. It's, you know, passive listening. Regardless, you can definitely tell that this man has been drained of all blood. He's very pale. There is some blood on the collar of his white shirt, but not a lot. And it could, you know, if somebody knew what they were looking for, they would know what had happened.
So I know how he died.
Yeah.
Without any. So that should be satisfied, that craving?
Yeah.
Because once I solve the murder.
Right.
So what are they doing right now?
They're like getting their phones out and calling the police.
Can I stop them?
You try.
Okay.
Accuse them of stealing a wallet. I don't know.
He's drunk. Drunker than you. Ronaldo, what did I fucking tell you about carousing out at night? I swear I will file for divorce.
Manipulation plus intimidation.
Okay.
This is hard too, by the way. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Intimidation?
Uh-huh.
Oh, damn. It's not subterfuge?
No.
I got 2 successes.
Do you want a willpower?
I can. Yes, I can!
Yeah.
Add 1 more. And yes, I do.
Depends on how important it is. I'm not telling you to do it.
This feels pretty important.
It feels really fucking important. I should have blood surged on that too.
You can. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to. I mean, I get
You do get hungry.
That's
2 extra dice.
yeah. 3 more successes.
So a total of 5.
Yes.
They're like, oh shit.
I got a crit. No, I got a crit.
So 7.
Yeah.
Okay. There's no way they're getting anything like that, but let me roll for them real fast. No, actually no successes for either one of them.
Nice.
They're like, oh shit, he's in trouble. Oh, dude, your missus found you in all places. That's why she was looking for you. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, no, officer, there's no problem. This old lady's husband's down here and found, like, it's a hippie.
Oh.
That's so old lady's like a 70s term.
Oh,
you know, so
okay.
it's like an old drunk
married.
guy down here on
okay.
vacation type thing, you know, pot belly, gray hair down to his shoulders.
Oh, okay.
Birkenstocks with, you know, socks on. Yeah, no, it's fine. No, he's just really, really ripped. We thought, but because he wasn't moving, he was dead or something. So, no, it's all good. No, that's no problem. She's got him now. He's moving. So,
Nice.
kiss her feet when she comes
Yeah.
back. All right. So, but here's the question: how are you getting
What are you
out
gonna do
of there?
now? Yeah.
I'm going to blood surge again
Okay.
so that I can swoop
Well,
him.
it lasts for a scene. when
Oh,
you do.
it does? Okay, so she...
You only have to keep doing it if you're trying to heal.
Okay. Oh, I can heal one since I had some superficial from last night too.
Correct.
Since I did that. So in that case, would it be strength plus athletics to kind of weaken from Bernie's him?
It'll be Dex
Okay.
plus performance.
Oh fuck. But I get 2 extra dice because I have blood surge.
Correct.
Okay. I got 2 successes.
2 successes.
Yes.
So you move him past them. They're like, hey, you don't look too good. Is he all right?
Yes, I'm take him to the doctor. He has a tendency to overdo it.
Oh, he looks dead, man.
He's about to
And
be.
he's like trying to reach out to him to touch him. You sure?
I'm positive he is an extreme alcoholic.
Oh, you can call a hospital.
We have our car right down here. That's exactly where I'm taking
Well, let
him.
us help you take him.
No, I have him. Look, he's very, very finicky on who touches him, surprisingly, since he drinks so much. Except for his whores. I'm sure he lets them touch him.
Oh, shit.
And anything she can do to make them more
Yeah,
uncomfortable.
they're not making eye contact and looking really close anymore.
I'm sure that one time, had to have the special medication, didn't we? Ronaldo, you stupid piece.
All right, well, lady, if we need to call an ambulance, just let us know if you can't get him to the car or something.
I've got him just...
And by this time, people are looking, but they're giving you birth,
Okay.
Yeah, so, like, people are letting you by. Some people are looking at you kind of funny, but they're letting you go. They're not like, oh, she's got a dead body.
she's just like cussing him the whole time too.
Yeah.
Like she's trying to make it
sell it.
uncomfortable.
You're selling it. Yeah.
Yes, like because normally when that happens, people are like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah. And then, so at that point, you see the car, and Ig gets up and can hear you doing this. And he's like, oh, Dad, oh, not again.
But
Oh, no. God, yeah, we need to get him to the doctor. Oh, God, Dad, what have you done? And, opens the door and, sells it a little more, sits him in there, and
Then
yeah. Okay.
when it gets back in, Iris is gonna go, what happened to your dad?
I don't know. This is the body. This is the guy you killed.
Oh, I didn't even recognize him. Wow, how did she do that?
By the way, you need to make 2 ticks on your humanity.
Oh. Uh-oh. I only have 1 left.
Well, we should have rolled for that later. So you need to fill them all in. So
Huh?
we should just leave 2. Just leave 2. You should have 2 ticks in there. We should have had you roll last session or the session before, whenever you took those hits.
So what am I doing now?
Just leave it alone.
Okay.
You have 2 of those blank boxes marked with something.
we'll just
right?
assume last time that you passed
No.
it, and then it's
So put 2 ticks? Is that what
Yes.
you're saying?
Yeah, there you go. You have
Okay.
1 unticked box. Yes, you're good.
Is that bad?
It just means at the end of the game, you're going to roll a dice.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
okay. Now I don't really.
To the morgue? I don't know.
Is there any way I can disguise what happened to this body?
Do you have any ability to do so?
No, I just have my intelligence and my knowledge of cadavers. I mean, I have a specialty in cadavers.
You can give me what's your in medicine?
Yeah, it's medicine and a specialty in cadavers.
Give me intelligence plus medicine and
Okay.
get 1 extra dice for your skill specialty.
Okay.
Yeah, fill him up with blood.
I don't know if that will work. I don't know. For me personally, like, ugh. Okay, so I've got 3 intelligence and then 2 more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I got 2 successes.
And you're not really sure what to do. It's a
Yeah.
mess. I mean,
I'm rolling
you
like
could
shit
you
tonight.
could cremate him,
Mm-hmm.
but that comes with its own set of issues.
Yes.
Because this man is not just a poor nobody from nowhere.
And a bunch of people saw you walking in
And
the
a
house.
bunch of people saw you walking with you.
Mm-hmm.
They also saw you driving away in the vehicle with your company's name on it. The check could come due, but you don't know if or when. It's a tough one. I can roll for Ig.
Yeah. Maybe. I'm just rolling like shit tonight. I have a bunch of dice, but I just keep rolling
It
bad.
happens.
Well, you rolled good on doing bad.
He doesn't either. He doesn't have a clue. And that's exactly what Express is. What are we going to do?
Dumping in the river?
Shit.
Is there a way we can make the body look older? Maybe look like this happened, the timelines don't match up or something?
It could cause some doubt.
I don't know. Is there a way?
I thought you had the...
Mask of Death.
Yeah.
I'm stupid. I specifically asked for that too.
Yeah. Whoops.
So she rouses the blood. I do not get hungrier that time because this is old hat.
Uh-huh.
And it is resolve.
Is it an extended test?
Uh-uh.
Okay. It just takes a while.
It's gonna take 5 minutes.
Okay.
And Oblivion. Difficulty is 2.
Okay.
I have 3 successes.
Okay. So he begins to age and age and age, and it's... You have Blush of Life on. You can smell this. It's not great.
Ooh.
I need you to give me stamina
Okay.
plus resolve.
I hurl.
Yeah.
Oh
you
my
get hungrier
God.
by 1 too, because you throw up rat blood.
Ew.
And you manage to get a barf bag. You have them in the car for people who are really upset and crying a lot. You managed to grab one, but yeah, it's nauseating. This man, and if you were to look back, you don't have Blush of Life on, so you're fine, but you would see a body that looks like it's been dead for about 10 years.
Nice.
It looks, skeletal, decomposed, quite rotten.
Good.
And Egg is like, oh, Jesus. Oh, he smells it too. He does not get sick, but, it's, oh, God. Well, now what? I guess we could dump it in the river now.
Probably not in this car.
Oh, God. Okay, well, let's get to the house. And you manage to, and you both come flooding out. Iris, you're fine because you're...
You're like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, that's cool.
What are you checking on?
My high functioning addict. Add 1 die to any category of pool when the last person I fed from was drunk. I forgot to do that.
Oh, so it'd be -2 +1, so
Yeah.
-1.
yeah, only -1. So sorry.
It's okay.
He was really drunk,
Yeah,
though. There was no
because
functioning.
because you failed,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, it goes, okay, I'll take care of it.
Hang on. Can she call somebody to borrow a vehicle?
Who are you calling?
My brother.
Okay.
And just be like, please don't ask any questions.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
And she goes in and she's like, she's calling Quentin.
Yeah. Hello.
Quentin, may I have a strange favor to ask, and I need to ask it and ask you not to ask any questions about it.
Okay.
May Ig and I borrow your car and you take Ig's for a few nights?
Everything okay?
Yes.
All right, give me charisma plus subterfuge -1 for that long S at the end.
I have 2 successes.
He's like, okay.
It's one of the, he's a Giovanni. He's like,
Yeah.
at some point you just don't ask questions.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, come get it.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
She takes, we got to get the body in there so it's not just stinking up the, I wonder if we can put it in the freezer.
Yeah. You can.
So we put it
in a bag.
Yes, put it in the bag, put it in the freezer. Let the thing air open. Throw some Febreze in there.
Well, I was going to say, you would leave it in the bag because if you do, those are actually airproof.
Oh.
They're completely airtight.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
But you have to go into the building to get one. It's like you just carry them around.
Yeah. So, do that. And then we'll get Nig's car and go switch out and leave Iris sitting in the back in case anything weird happens.
Okay.
Sit here, don't touch anything.
Okay.
Or should we take her with us?
I don't know. This is the second time we bailed her out.
I'm sorry.
Here, it's fine. Look, just listen to the radio for a minute. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
And then we'll hop in the car to go get
Okay.
Quentin's
So they've
car.
left you alone in the
In the hearse?
hearse.
Do I hear the dead?
Ooh.
Or what's on the radio?
You are just flipping dials. You know, it's just late night radio. After a time, though, you start to intentionally try to find static, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
And you just get a compulsion to leave it at one spot. And you hear through the static, "Hey, I know you don't want to talk to me, but I just wanted to tell you goodbye."
Are you going to the Middle East?
Yeah. I've been ignoring it for a long time.
But don't you want to stay to see the fruits of your labor?
I think whatever I sow is bitter fruit.
Me too. For me, I mean.
You still got a chance, Iris.
No, I don't. I killed a man tonight. I'm a fuck up.
Well, we all are in our own ways. It gets to us sooner or later. You got a good friend that'll help you, I'm sure.
I hope so. I mean, they are helping, but I can't keep doing this. Being a burden.
I know that feeling. Well, I think your days of that are over. Just tell the prince what I told you to tell him. I think it'll be okay. I mean, if it's on me, ex-Sabat, I ruined the plan to save the day. I think she'll go pretty easy on you. The sins of the child transfer to the father, but not vice versa.
Is there any way to stop the calling?
I don't know. We're going to find out, though.
We are? What are you doing?
I just want to tell you goodbye. I'm getting on a cargo vessel tonight. It's going east. I'll work it out from there.
I don't want you to die.
Yeah. We all have to sometime, right? It's not a true immortality. I've lived long enough for 2 lifetimes. That's more than enough. And I knew what would happen when I did what I did. That was a risk. I took it, and I got to pay the consequences.
You mean blowing up the building? Or the other things you did?
I mean, everything, I guess.
What will happen to Pearl?
I buried her, fed her deep. I'm not telling anybody where it is. She knows.
She knows you're going, or she knows
Where it is, where she's not real happy with me. Seems like a going trend these days. But she'll be alright.
But she chose to stay with you.
Yeah. And now she needs to lead her own life, or whatever you call it. Death. Hell, I don't know. Maybe she'll make her way towards the light like the others. Goodbye, Iris.
I don't want you to go.
Yes, you do.
No, I just don't want you fucking things up anymore. I don't want you to go there and who knows what happens to you over there and you live a miserable last few weeks of your life. I don't want that for you. I just wanted you to be honest. That's all I wanted. I wanted you to be honest and take care of me.
I'm trying to do the second one, but I don't know if I'm any good at the first one. That's why I'm going. Yeah, I think you said something last night that's really true. You don't need me. I think I've caused you nothing but trouble. It seems like you had an okay thing going there in Las Vegas till I started contacting you.
No. You just happened to show up as it was happening.
I can't keep doing this for much longer. Keep the link up. Doesn't work like a telephone, unfortunately. Makes me tired after a while. And I'm just tired all the time.
Okay. You can get some rest. I'm sorry.
I'm sorrier. Maybe I'll write you from sunny Afghanistan.
Okay. I'll wait for your letter.
I wouldn't wait too long. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Then Latin music starts playing on the radio.
He's super happy.
Mi chica es muy fea.
She just leans there and slumps against the window, tears streaming down, blood red.
Meanwhile, you guys have put that in the bag. Ignacio has told you to not that you care to look, but he goes and gets a set of pliers and begins to pull the teeth.
Oh, smart.
And there's no fingerprints to worry about, eyes or anything like that at this point. But he does what he needs to do. And puts it back in the bag and says, well, we have maybe 48 hours. Or longer. I mean, they're going to be, the first 48, they're going to be looking hard.
Yeah.
And they'll be coming here. I don't have any doubt.
We should probably stay elsewhere.
Well, you should. They saw you. Everybody saw you. They didn't see me, really.
She's just kind of sad, nodding.
Take her somewhere. She needs to lay low, too.
What are you going to be doing?
I'm going to be doing business as usual, like nothing's wrong. Take care of this.
I left you some reading material.
He looks at it. Okay. What's that?
Just so you know my perspective on everything.
Yeah.
And so you know that I wasn't lying when I said I didn't know anything.
Whether you did or didn't, it's still fucked up.
Didn't say it wasn't.
I just need some time, okay?
She just nods.
He slips on a black, he's still wearing it, but he slips on some goggles and stuff like that to get down to doing some stuff that needs to be done.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, he tosses you the keys and says, just find a place to lay low.
Okay. And I only know one place to lay low. I'm probably going to take a couple of changes of clothes. And the rest of Illamacina's journals.
Okay.
And then... Because we're in Quentin's car, right?
Not yet. You have to go get it.
Okay. So I take Iris. And we're going to drive to Quentin's house.
Okay.
And then... Right. I'm trying to think. Well,
you can definitely tell she's been. Have you been crying again, Monica?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
oh, okay. Well, then we clean her up first before.
Is Quentin not a vampire?
No.
No.
Okay.
That's one of her touchstones, I think.
Yes. No, Quentin is not a vampire, but he is a Giovanni, so he's probably seen some shit and has been told all growing up. Sometimes you just don't ask questions. So she goes and she knocks on the door to get the keys when they get to the house. So
Everything all right? I'm not supposed to ask. Please don't do anything in this that I'm going to regret, okay?
no.
Okay.
She said no.
Then I have plausible deniability.
Yes.
Come see me sometime. Under circumstances not like this.
You could always come see me as well.
It's a little hard. Our schedules don't blend.
True. How are you feeling?
Fine. Is there anything I need to know about him that
he's in his 60s.
he's I'm all right. Hip's still giving me problems, but
yeah. I will be unavailable for the next few days.
And he knows what you are, right? I mean, surely at this point.
He may not know what... If he may know, but it's probably one of those things you don't fucking
right.
ever say it out loud.
Right.
But he'd be really fucking stupid to not know that my 60-something-year-old sister looks like she's 20-something.
Right.
Just like Uncle Marco used to look.
Yeah. I figured, but...
Yeah.
Then...
Ig will be available, but I will have to be gone for a few days.
Hold on. And he goes and gets some keys. And he says, it's a few hours outside of Shreveport. I know that's a long drive, but got my cabin.
Oh.
You could make it there in a night if you go now.
Okay. If need be, will you leave a note for Ig, letting him know where I am?
Yeah, I'll tell him.
Okay.
Be careful.
I will. She gives him a hug and a kiss on the cheek and starts driving towards.
Okay. It's a long road drive. It's a long trip. I think 3 or 4 hours. Something like that. It'll be 3 or 4 in the morning when you get there. Lot of time.
Are there any rats when we get there?
Not that you'll have to see.
Okay.
But you're probably going to bed hungry.
Oh boy. Okay. Some poor deer's gonna get it tomorrow night.
Maybe.
But yeah, so is there anything Iris wants to talk about? Or are they just both gonna sit there crying?
There are the books in the back if you ever remember them.
Yeah.
Your shadow will remind you of them.
Oh yeah. She's like
Books are back there.
Books are back there.
She'd probably tell you that Casey told her that he was leaving.
To the Middle East then. To the Middle East then.
He said east. He buried Pearl's fetter. And she's mad at him.
Of course she's mad at him. He's one of her fetters. She's gonna go through a harrowing. When he bites it. I wish he had spoken to me before he took that course of action. I might could have held off the call.
How?
The beckoning. And she kind of gets quiet because that's a secret. Hecata really don't let it know that they're immune.
Is there really a way?
Possibly.
Well, I need to tell him to come back then.
Oh, how are you going to do that?
Is there a radio? Can I do this or
Let me see that.
this?
Jacinta report. Jacinta said she can help you.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
What? Okay, I do.
You never tried to reach out before.
No, I haven't.
Give me resolve plus composure.
Okay.
Don't forget your hunger dice.
Am I still at -2?
No, not at this point. You started to sober up. You still have it. You actually have a +1.
That's true. It's been hours. I have a +1 because of the.
Nice.
2, 3.
That's a crit.
You got 5.
What? Do I call him up?
You do.
Vicenta says she can fix the call.
And you hear it coming through.
She says she can do it, maybe. You don't have to die yet.
We don't know if you die.
What else is gonna happen out there?
Erasmus.
I don't know. Whoa.
You don't want to find out.
I don't. I'm afraid.
Meet us in Shreveport. My brother has a cabin. That's where we're going.
What?
Shreveport.
I can't.
Or meet us tomorrow night if you can't make it tonight.
I'm nothing but trouble. I'll cause y'all nothing but pain. I can't do that. I gotta go.
We're trying to help you.
All right, both of you can give me charisma or manipulation plus
I'm better at it.
Me too.
persuasion. And I'm gonna roll his stubbornness.
Do I still have a +1 or no?
Yes.
I have 3 successes.
Okay.
Three. Unless that's.
Wait.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. What's the address?
I give him the address.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. And then the static fades.
Let's play it on the radio.
Everybody hurts. Well, are you?
So appropriate. Vicente and Iris are just nodding like, yes.
Yeah.
Everybody does hate.
He always had a knack for putting the right song at the right place. Seems like this is no different.
We're both it's like that scene in Tommy Boy where they're like, are you going to change it? And then they're both just like crying, like singing it on the road.
That's going on the playlist now.
Vicente tells you that there's books in the back if you want to read out loud.
Okay.
Hopefully it's not Venetian. I can't read this.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck this says.
So you're going to read them?
Sure.
Okay. It is not in Venetian. There's a handwriting that's all block letters, very deliberately written. And it says that a lot about revenge on Clan Giovanni. You know, as you're reading things out, you know that vengeance will be ours, and they shall know the pain that they've caused the Cappadocians, and to banish us to Taimakli, and that we shall have our revenge at last. The plans have all come together. And then it shifts as the years go on, as it's a lot of just nonsense and gaps and stuff. Then it goes on to talk about not only revenge against Giovanni, but the rest of the world who would let such monsters gain so much. The wicked prosper and prosper and prosper, while the good of the world, those who only wished to live as one among the mortals, were punished and sent to the depths of hell.
She said the ones who wanted to live among the mortals?
Yeah.
Where?
Does that ring anything for Vicenta?
No.
Okay.
Did she want to live among the mortals? Maybe that's the what she was referencing in
Absolutely
her letter.
not.
Yeah,
Oh.
like this is why Vicenta's like, that makes no sense. This makes no sense.
Well, is this her handwriting?
Ella Messina never.
You can glance.
Okay.
Quickly.
Yeah.
It turns the interior light on. I'm sure you had a little reading light or something.
Yeah.
But that handwriting is not that handwriting. And you know that handwriting.
This is not Ella Messina's handwriting.
Well, she did go kind of nuts, didn't she? Maybe.
However, on the front of it,
Uh-huh.
it's written in, as you look at it, you're driving, so this is going to be a -2.
Okay.
Without swerving all over the road. Give me.
We need to lay low. We get in a car
wits
wreck.
plus awareness.
Okay, with and -2 you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's,
I got one success and a beast head.
It's not a bestial or anything.
Okay.
But it looks like it could be her handwriting or somebody's faking it on the front. You can't be sure.
Okay.
We can take another look
But
when
then,
we get to the house.
yeah, and then let's say you do that.
Okay.
You finally arrive. I also need you all can give me another wits plus awareness roll.
You want me to?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You're going up a long dirt road. It's a flat area.
I don't like where this is going at all. Do I still get a +1?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh,
1,
wow.
2, 3. I see whatever the fuck it is.
Some big dog standing on a road edge as you're turning in, not onto the property, but onto the street leading to the property.
A big dog?
Yeah.
Like a
Big
werewolf?
gray dog.
Gray.
It's hard to tell in this light. But you get the feeling of you've seen them before. You have too.
Uh-huh.
And you get that feeling back when you were at the dump site in Las Vegas. And
Werewolves?
it just makes you paranoid. Not that, that is one. Just, oh God.
That
I
reminds me.
forgot why we don't leave cities.
Why did I do this?
Oh, this is their turf?
Generally.
Any non-city area. Why?
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
It's
your
okay.
brother
I'm a
wouldn't have
friend to the
either.
werewolves.
Yeah.
I'm a friend to the werewolves. I'm tight with them.
And
I
that's
did
not
a
that I'm
favor.
saying that was a werewolf. You
Yeah.
rolled well enough to know if that was a werewolf. And you're still like, maybe not. It triggered that memory.
I got a lot.
You got a ton, right?
Is that a werewolf?
It is not, as best you
Okay.
can tell, but it definitely triggers the memory.
Okay,
that,
okay.
Yeah.
Oh shit, we are in their
Yeah,
turf.
like
Well,
Like, what the fuck did we just do? We
I'm
drove
gonna
out
tell
here.
Vicenta I'm a friend of the werewolves because I did one a solid one time in Vegas.
well, I hope that you had the gift of gab, my dear.
Jesus was on my side back then.
Rena?
But I
Who else is reincarnated in here?
but I helped him reconcile things with his mom. I think that goes a pretty long way. Narrator, it fucking does not.
Listen,
that's
just like,
great.
oh god.
We're all gonna die.
Yeah.
Well, this
We
is
just made one bad decision after another.
This
This
is
whole
the-
This is
fucking
what
game.
happens when Andre isn't here.
yeah. This is the town that your brother's gonna retire in. You know, it's his cabin that he's saved up and built. You know, as time's gone on. You know, works in New Orleans, but
Yeah.
5 years from retirement.
Yeah.
This is where he's gonna retire.
Nice.
It's a pretty nice little spot. You know, you have to go unchain the gate, but you got the key. You've never been here before, you know, for obvious reasons. The least of which is it's always logistics, you know.
Yeah.
And you open it up. It's like a 2-story cabin with a basement as well.
Glorious.
And you get in. It's probably like 5 bedrooms, which is weird because, you know, he's a family guy, but it's just him and the wife, you know. But it looks like it could be a party cabin if he had friends over and stuff like that, you know. Just a nice place. It's right by the lake at Shreveport, you know. Kind of makes its way around it. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Now I'm paranoid. I guess check the basement for any kind of weird anything.
There are a couple windows, but nothing you couldn't like put cardboard over
Okay.
or, you know, close up if you wanted to. And there's also a bathroom down there. So you could, and it's big. So you could close that door and stay in there and, you know, no light would get in.
Okay. I do want to kind of board the windows up just to be on the safe side.
Sure.
In case something weird happens.
Sure.
And then nothing else looks out of place or anybody's been milling in or.
No,
Okay.
no, it doesn't look like anybody's, you know, most of the time if a place is going to get hit, you have to go down a dirt road for half a mile, you know, when you go onto his property, and there's 2 gates. So
Did we lock the gates back up after
I would
us?
assume so.
Okay.
I would assume you would think of that. It's a
That's-
pretty common thing to want to think of to keep yourself preserved, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very rural. Something that you are not really used to.
No, I have made a bad call. In fact, that's what she says out loud.
What's wrong with this place?
My beast is rearing up.
Oh.
I would mean I would have to go hunt out here. This is Gru territory, I'm sure.
Maybe we should just leave tomorrow.
We're supposed to meet with the fucking prince.
Oh shit.
And you told Erasmus to come out here.
She said or meet us tomorrow. We never nailed that down.
Tomorrow, he's...
Well, I thought when she said or meet us tomorrow meant at the prince meeting. Wait, he wouldn't have known that.
No.
Oh, duh.
And you gave him the address.
Shit.
We're gonna have to radio call him again.
Do we have time to radio call him?
Or tomorrow
No,
night.
it's about 4 a.m. It's getting close to time to slumber.
Okay.
The sun will be up in about an hour.
I'm gonna try to radio call. If not, I'll just try tomorrow.
Okay, give me that same roll.
Composure and resolve, I think
Uh-huh,
it was?
yeah.
Do I still get a +1?
At this point, no, the
Okay.
drunk's wearing off.
Okay.
We really are that third dragon head. That meme.
2 successes.
You don't get much of anything. You try and try. No response.
I'll just say, Erasmus, if you can hear me, go to New Orleans. Don't come to Shreveport. We'll meet you in New Orleans.
Okay, you send it out to the ether. Maybe he'll get it, maybe he won't.
Maybe someone else will get it.
Are there any fetters in the house?
No.
Fuck. Damn it, Quentin, you had one job.
Predict what I need.
No.
Look, let's just get some rest and let's sleep on it and figure it out tomorrow.
So we've got like blankets and shit in the tub.
Yeah.
Like even though we blocked the window up, like we're still locked. We're locked in the
Probably.
basement and locked in the bathroom, and
Yeah.
like we're probably like in the. I don't know. It's hard. They're probably both in the tub, like the
Probably.
blankets and pillows. And then
This is cheering Iris up. She feels like it's a slumber party. Because she's not as worried about the werewolves. She thinks she's totally cool with the werewolves.
Vicenta's wondering how she got so stupid. And now she's like kind of looking at the books before she actually drifts off to sleep, because why the hell not?
Mm-hmm.
So
You can definitely tell something's not right with the handwriting on the front. You know,
Mhm.
you definitely know that's not her handwriting on the inside.
yes.
Give me intelligence plus awareness.
I got a messy critical, so 5.
You study it just intently, you know, and Iris is talking to you about slumber party stuff. And you can tell she's just like focused on this stuff, you know, just like dissecting, looking at it like she's examining, you know, a dead body or something. She's picking at it and moving it.
So when you do a Ouija board, the bottom line is do not tell them your name.
That is excellent advice.
Finally, you get it.
Mm-hmm.
You're so focused, and it finally hits you. It's like, that's forged. That signature, the Ella Messina, is forged. It also hits you. Your fail's upward because you got a messy critical.
Mm-hmm.
The journals have that same handwriting that you were deciphering for the prince.
They're fake too? Is that letter fake? I want to know if the ig letter's fake.
This is correct.
That's correct.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
It's not your handwriting, and you're not a forensics expert, but
Yeah.
you start to kind of compare the two
Mhm.
Yeah.
with what you have, and you start to realize that
This shit don't add up.
it doesn't add up, especially when you compare the signature at the bottom of that
Yes.
to the one on the journal. And you saw that the signature in the journals, and the handwriting, the swoops, and the curls of
Yeah.
the lettering in the journals the prince gave you.
The journals are forged. Oh. How were they forged? It was in Venetian. Who else would know Venetian?
Maybe one of Metatron's buddies.
Who else indeed?
Madonna? Madonna from Venetian.
Think back deeper. Choo
Maldo.
All aboard the Payacho Express.
What the fuck? That piece of shit. Did he possess her?
Someone possessed Ella Messina?
Payacho. You better hope you don't have any fucking fetters here.
Payacho was ripped apart if this is true. Think about it.
And what happened to Ella Messina?
Who the fuck knows? You better stop talking to yourself, you crazy ass. Look at her. She's worried about you. Oh, wait. No, she's not.
She's examining the pattern of the shower curtain and explaining how this means that your brother is gay.
That's not my business.
Oh, I'm not saying it's anybody's business. I'm just saying that if we look at the patterns here, we could come to this conclusion.
So bad.
Is that your brother's lover?
No.
Oh.
He's a very old Cappadocian. Very bitter Cappadocian in retrospect.
Why would he forge her journals?
Why indeed? And why would he give this to Metatron?
Yeah.
Unless he didn't know what it was.
Ding, ding, ding. And we have a winner. She finally starts to put those little gears to work.
Yes, thank you.
Why don't you go down there and see if you can find him?
Is that what you have to use now that Ignacio's not in oblivion?
You could. Just saying.
Oh, I do love it when you switch tactics. It keeps it interesting.
Are you saying these things out loud?
Yes.
I say thank you.
Iris is like, this is the best slumber
I had
party
the best
ever.
time. We're best friends now. You look down and she's painting your fingernails. Like, where the fuck did she get that?
My hair is braided all shittily.
Why you're like, who could have done this?
Oh, that means... Well, good thing Erasmus isn't going to the Middle East. He has some explaining to do.
And we'll leave that on that note. We pan out from the slumber party in progress, the shitty braiding.
Who says I'd be shitty? If I'm good at knitting, I'm pretty good at braiding.
That's just because we said LaDonna braided Vicenta's hair all shittily when she was in torpor.
And we pan up to the full moon, illuminating the beautiful lake. Such a serene night. Off in the distance, dogs bark and howl. And night turns to day. And we'll find out what happens to our coterie next week. But for now,
they survive.
But for now, talk amongst yourselves. Let's talk about favorite moments.
Probably when Vicenta was like, God damn it, Ronaldo, and made those hippies back off.
That was pretty good.
That was good. That was funny. And then Ig being like, oh, Dad, how could you do this?
I love how he just jumped in.
Yeah,
And
he's like, I know I gotta do this. It's funny.
Let's see, favorite moments. I think just Iris. It's like, yes, this is making me feel better. This is a great slumber party. Like,
well, and Vicenta's like going back centuries in her brain, trying to
like
think
losing
of what
her
happened.
mind,
Yes.
acting all crazy is all get out, and Iris is like, yes, this is awesome.
I'm so glad we did this. I'm so glad I killed that guy. We had to go lay low.
Has Iris had a change of heart about Erasmus in some way?
A little. She just felt guilt when, like, reading the letter and talking to him because going off to the Middle East and who knows what happens to him, that feels way final. If he was just like, fine, I'm gonna go live here, she wouldn't have cared. But that thing has always scared her ever since he first got in contact with her and was like, I hear this call. So that thing is like the thing she wants to avoid. So I think when she was faced with that, instead of he's just gonna go do something else, that really scared her. And she did not want to be even a part of what made him go do that. So it made her feel guilty for like pushing him away, and she's like, maybe I should give him another chance. But honestly, I think that her asking him back is a way that she doesn't have to deal with those complicated emotions. So she's like, oh, this is gonna solve it. I don't have to feel the guilt or the shame or the fear if you just come back. And then I can just be angry at you because anger is easy. But all the rest of it isn't.
Good insight. By the way, go ahead and roll your one humanity dice there.
Oh, Christ almighty.
Oh, you're good.
Okay.
Yay, the slumber party healed me.
Go ahead and erase your...
Both? Or
yeah.
just one?
Yeah,
Okay.
all of them.
Okay.
You have justified it in your mind somehow that... I don't know how, but...
Let me think. I guess that I was emotional. And that we're doing everything we can to cover it up, even though she's not really doing anything. It's all Vicenta and Ig. But she's like, maybe this is a sign that I need to trust people more. And yeah, maybe it didn't work out with Casey, but maybe I can to be independent. So I may be changing her desire too. She's just kind of... I think she likes the idea of being independent, but because she's been like an outcast and misunderstood her whole entire life and unlife, the idea that these people are helping her is too intoxicating. She probably doesn't realize it yet, but I realize it, that she doesn't want that to go away. So that might be somehow why she just does it.
Gotcha. And D, Vicenta has been faced with some whoppers tonight.
Mm-hmm. I don't even think she's had time to fully process.
Yeah, we've been driving all night.
But you might have time now.
Yeah, I think she's like... it's like, well, what happened to Elemasina? She said she was going to pay a price, so what was that price? Was it switching places with Payacho? Because she said, and Payacho's going to tell you, maybe she knew Payacho was going to take over the body.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that was the deal. You saved me last time. Now here's your chance to walk and live again type thing. I mean, it could be way more...
Signs certainly point to that.
I mean, it could be way darker than that. But she's kind of thinking back to, she told Payacho way back when, your boon will be paid. Now, that was probably a different boon, but who's to say that they didn't make out another deal? And if that's the case, then where's Elemasina? Is she in Oblivion? Or is she in the Shadowlands? Or Stygia? Or what's going on there? And then what is she going to do about Ig? Because he's super pissed. I mean, she can't blame him. She can't blame him for being pissed. And I don't think she's really thinking about that as much, because that is her worst fear personified. Because if you remember in Wraith, she was like, he's probably alive and he just doesn't want me anymore.
Ooh.
So this is almost like...
Write that down, Shadow. That's a good one.
Even though...
Well, and I will tell you, the Shadow definitely to that point is like, yeah, I mean, he didn't accept you with open arms. Is that really him?
Oh, God.
He's had a whole life without you. And, I mean, maybe he's himself, but his memories are cloudy at best.
Or the thing, like in The Witcher, like, he kissed me. Is that because he wants to, or because he has the soul of somebody else in him or some shit?
Yeah, and that thought comes across too. Good point. Thanks for helping me, old Shadow.
You're welcome.
You're welcome,
I'm
new
getting
Shadow.
all the ig points. Yes.
And I mean, yeah, she's just like, yeah, probably as the sun is coming up, all that's hitting her, and that's probably worse. Then it's like, oh great, so now I really have no one. And then I just sat my ass down in Guru territory. In a kind of predictable for me, but maybe not as predictable for her. In an outstandingly bad call.
Ba-da-ba.
I'm like, oh, you have a cabin in the woods.
Perfect.
Great.
Let's go. Oh, wait a minute. Hey, we don't bother them, they won't bother us. Maybe. Maybe.
But they did bother them. I'm joking. We'll see.
And I'm out here with 3 hungers.
No, I had
Oh,
to definitely
God.
seed that thought into your brains to whatever happens with that. We'll see. But it's one of those where I'm like, hey, you know what you done did?
Yeah.
I like that. World building.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right. Well, we'll find out what happens next week. And appreciate you all for listening. And until next time, this is GM Tuck wishing you all a good night. Have a good one, everyone.